Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg. We are playing some of the Modern Warfare 3 open beta. Open beta? Is it an open? I guess it's open. It's open if you pay $70, I think. I don't know. I don't know the specifics. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm somewhat interested in the game because, you know, they're bringing back all the original Modern Warfare 2 maps, which, you know, the best Call of Duty. But I did one match of this before, and it's just like, it doesn't feel like Modern Warfare 2, you know, was. It feels like new Call of Duty, just in old maps that have been gussied up. So, you know, if I had to pick between, like, original Modern Warfare 2 gameplay in, like, new maps versus new Call of Duty gameplay in old maps, I think I'd go with the former. Just because it was mostly about the gameplay, like, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm somewhat nostalgic for High Rise, but really I'm nostalgic for Modern Warfare 2. So I don't know. I don't know why they don't just remake fucking Modern Warfare 2. That's all anybody wants. Usually companies do well by just doing what people want them to do. So I don't know. Mostly I just buy Call of Duties for the campaign anyways, which is really funny to think about, but it's not like the old days, I guess. But I'm not the same gamer I was in 2009. So.
Kill confirmed.
Target down.
Fuck. Anywho. I think I mentioned this on stream, maybe on Wednesday or something, but so far this has been like the best October I've had in at least a few years. And that's just because I'm not doing any work. Not doing a single ounce of work the whole month. I mean, it's crazy.
You're halfway to the
That could have been bad.
confirmed that.
Changing max.
And it's so good that it makes me question, like, a few years from now, am I just gonna remember how good this October was? Or am I gonna remember all the pathos and pain that allowed me to have a good October?
I need medical.
I don't think I'll ever forget the pathos and pain. It was too much. But I think what it might do for me.
Standing by.
Reloading. 1-1 requesting recon at this time.
Copy. UAV is on station.
It might incentivize me in the future to work a bit ahead. Like, if I just started working on, like, 4 videos instead of 29. If I started working on 4 videos in August every year, then I could take October off, and it would be great.
Friendly UAV online.
Grenade! Incoming! Grenade! Incoming!
Fuck.
Grenade!
Will I do that? I don't know. We'll see.
Changing mags.
Because generally, you know, I just work week to week. And I have my polls that I put on Patreon, and I wait to see whatever the winner is, and it's like, okay, I'll work on that. So for me to have all the polls and stuff, and then find and decide on 4 more videos
Covering your six.
that are not on the polls, just like 4 new concepts that I'm just going to decide to work on.
Friendly UAV on station.
I don't know.
Taking effective fire. Multiple
Enemy
taking
here.
fire. Target sighted. Taking up changing mags.
Aw. But yeah, it's been a really great October. Just playing video games all day, every day.
You've got him on the run. Keep up the chase.
Enemy down.
Confirms that one.
I'm really glad that I went back to play Chained Echoes
Friendly UAV online.
after abandoning it when it came out. Because I've just been playing Chained Echoes every day. It's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. How long to beat put it at like 30 hours for the main story, and I guess. I don't know, I'm certainly going for completionist, so
Kill confirmed.
it's like a 60-hour affair, maybe longer, I don't know, it seems like a lot. Fuck.
Took a round.
Knocked one. The mission is complete. Good work.
But it's really good. I mean, I think it would be really awesome for Archipelago. And I know that's all I ever talk about is Archipelago, but I do think it would be pretty fantastic. Because you get an airship, like, halfway through the game. And from that point, I guess it's not really that open, but I wouldn't normally say Chrono Trigger is that open. You know, there's like clearly like just the main quest line that you're going through, and then there's like a few side quests. And that's kind of how Chain Echoes is laid out. There's the main quest, but then there's a bunch of side quests you can do, and there's a lot of like side characters, bunch of side characters you get to recruit and things like that. And there's a lot of characters. There's a lot more than Chrono Trigger, so you could really randomize all the order in which you get characters. I think you could randomize like all the abilities they get. And I think it would be pretty good. But, you know, I'm not a programmer. I wish I was. That's what I would work on. I think you can, like, put out bounties where you can, like, pay people to make mods. So I don't know. I would certainly pay for someone to put Chained Echoes into Archipelago, but I imagine that would be a lot of work because you'd kind of have to go from the ground up. Someone would have to make a proper just randomizer. And then someone would have to work to put it into Archipelago. Oh boy, we're doing high rise again. Some more. Great.
Team deathmatch. You're cleared to hostiles in the AO.
Can I don't suppose you can change Can I edit this right now? Oh my god, I can do whatever I want. I can be the man I want to be. There you go, I can run around with a shotgun instead. Fuck. Fuck! But, you know, it is what it is. It's a good game regardless. In the meantime, like, in the middle of me playing through Chained Echoes for some reason, I tried out a run on Archipelago of Tunic with Chrono Trigger.
I'm reloading.
Chrono Trigger is not officially available yet. It's available on the Discord.
Target down.
And it's not really much trouble to run a game like that that's not officially available. They've made it fairly easy now. Fuck, I'm so inaccurate nowadays. So yeah, we're talking about doing a Halloween special. Well, you know, like the Saturday before Halloween. And getting well, Lego of course, but Lego's wife will possibly join us from the sounds of it. And fuck. And we're gonna do a longer stream. Maybe like 8 hours. We'll see. Fuck me. And it's just gonna be one big Archipelago thing. And Lego was interested in doing Chrono Trigger, so I figured I'd give it a test, see how it goes. It was very easy, I will say.
I'm reloading.
It was not a difficult run of Chrono Trigger. But I was playing on, like, easy mode. I was playing on new player settings.
Reloading.
But yeah, so I did a whole run of Tunic with Chrono Trigger. I finished both games, and it was fun. Tunic is just
On your
easily one of the best randomizer games, I think.
One requesting recon at this time.
Fuck me. And Chrono Trigger was good. I mean, it's not... It's clever, I guess, what they do with the randomizer. Oh my god, I can't play Call of Duty anymore. No. Maybe because I'm playing with mouse and keyboard, and I always used to play with controller. My god. That was like me climbing up a ladder. That was slow as shit. So yeah, Archipelago, really great. Speaking of which, this week on this channel we had Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars, which is probably gonna take quite a while to... Fuck my buttons. Yeah, Sea of Stars, it seems like I'm really not that far in that game, and there's a lot to go. I'm hoping it opens up to some side stuff. I mean, I don't know. Is it really just going to be like 30 straight hours of just linear main story bound? That can't be the case. There's no way that's the case. So I would imagine it's going to open up at some point to some side content, and I'll be able to just leave that out. Maybe just get more powerful on the side, and then we can keep moving through the main story. And then we have my archipelago run through of Factorio, Hollow Knight, Messenger. I think there's like 3 more videos of that. And then somebody mentioned playing Bramble, the Mountain King, which does seem pretty good. It's like 4.5 hours or something like that. So it's not too long. What I might do, we'll see, is maybe just like 1 or 2 streams of it and just play through it and be done. Rather than breaking out into like 4 or 5 videos that I upload every other day. Because I think we might run to the end, run into November if I do that. And I want to keep that in October. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, and then after I finish that, I don't know. I still have a lot of stuff I could upload. I mean, I have a whole... God. I have a whole thing of the Gloomhaven fan expansion. I did an entire playthrough of it on Tabletop Simulator, and I recorded the whole thing. It's like 15 videos or something like that.
Hard point. Secure the target area.
So, yeah. I mean, I could upload that. I'm sure I have RimWorld stuff still. Fuck. Fuck. Probably other things. How the fuck did he...
Threats in the area.
Hardpoint
I
compromised.
don't know why I'm using a sniper rifle. I can't even shoot people with a regular gun.
Fire! Target sighted.
Oh, there you go. Oh, fuck.
Enemies inside the perimeter. Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Enemies inside the perimeter.
No.
Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
So I don't know. I'll think of something to upload. That's the problem. I tend to just like record more
Friendly
while I'm uploading one thing, and then we never get around to uploading some other thing that I recorded months ago, and I just keep recording more and more and more. Fuck me. What is Is that a kill streak? That must be. Yeah, it must be.
Effective fire! Around!
hardpoint.
Yeah.
Stand by. The enemy's taking the lead.
On your 6! Grenade!
Hardpoint relocated.
Like, I was very close the other day to starting a recording of the Fire Emblem series.
Taking effective fire!
Starting with, like, the original Shadow Dragon and the Sword of Light, or whatever it's called.
Hardpoint compromised. The area.
And that would be a thing.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
I'm reloading.
Fuck. I decided if I am gonna do that, I'm not gonna play through all the games because we know that I'm not gonna play through all the games. It's just not gonna happen. So I would just put in a hard rule
We've lost the lead. Hardpoint
of
secure the area.
3 videos
Target
per
area
game.
located. Move to the hardpoint. The enemy's taken the lead.
So I would just, you know, do 3 normal length videos, all that. And then as soon as the 3rd video is done, it's like, okay, that's it. On to the next game. And that way we get just a sampling, a decent sampling of what each game has to offer and how they all evolve without really making some huge commitment and without me feeling bad if I didn't finish it. Because there's no way. I mean, Fire Emblem games are long as shit, and I'm not very good. So, you know.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
Taking effective fire.
A lot of people there.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Friendly UAV on.
So I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But yeah, 3 videos seems like a reasonable plan.
Inside the perimeter.
On your 6! That's here! I got you changing mags! On your
Friendly
6!
Guardian online.
Dropped him. Reloading.
Confirming next hardpoint.
Over on the Exploring series, you probably know what's happening. I don't really have to update you on that.
Target down.
It's been good.
Threat neutralized. You're clear.
Area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
You know, like I said, viewership and monetary reasons were not at all a factor as to why I did the project, but it's a nice perk.
I got you 6!
Fuck.
Hardpoint
Yeah, you go
compromised.
first.
Secure the area. Enemies inside the
Check your
perimeter.
damn fire!
Taking effective fire. I'm reloading.
A lot of shit going on.
Watch your fire. On your 6. Reloading.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
Oh my
Hardpoint
god.
compromised. Secure the area.
Yeah, we're up to, we just did M, so we're kind of, yeah, halfway, and we're halfway through the month. Almost like that makes sense.
Fight back.
I would personally say I think the first half is better than the second half
On your 6!
of the articles.
Reloading.
Friendly UAV online.
Just as in, I think there's
Took a
a
round.
higher number of good articles in the first half than in the second half, but
Could have been bad.
there are some very good ones in the second half, no doubt.
Confirming next
Reloading.
hardpoint.
Orkestlos is in the second half, is really good. Reshape, I think, is really good. 13, I liked.
Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
Violence. I really like Violence. I hope people really enjoy that one. That was good. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, I was surprised, I will say, overall, how many good articles there were in the anthology. Fuck. Just because, you know, not everything on the wiki is gold, and not every good author only puts out good things.
Perimeter.
So, yeah.
Friendly UAV online. Friendly UAV on station. Point compromised.
Fuck me. How do I die in like 2 bullets? It's insane. Instantly.
Enemies inside the perimeter. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Oh my god, I can't. I'm so bad. I mean, I was only good back in the day because I played all day, every day, and we had controllers with aim assist and all that shit. Now it's like, what am I doing?
Took around.
Switching mags.
Grenade! Incoming! I'm hit.
Momentum's up. Keep pushing them back. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Hardpoint compromised. Stand by. Friendly UAV online. Friendly UAV on station.
This is where I should be.
Target area updated. Move to the
Waiting. Shit. Guy here. There's a lot of guys. Fuck.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of it. I guess I could talk about some of the horror stuff I've been watching, but mostly it's just been kind of Monster Madness. James Rolfe, Cinemassacre. If you've never watched all his videos, Monster Madness, you know, he just kind of recaps and reviews horror movies throughout the ages. From the early 20s and stuff, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Covers a lot of horror movies.
Stand by.
And I don't think, I don't think James Rolfe is really as insightful as some people think he is as far as cinema is concerned.
Secure the target area.
But it's not, I probably wouldn't watch it if it was that insightful. It's just kind of summaries and, little comment trivia, it's just, they're not very ever long. Usually a Monster Madness video is like 3 minutes long, but there's just so many of them. And it's just kind of interesting because there's so many movies I would never watch.
Inside the perimeter.
So I usually watch Monster Madness, all this stuff every year.
Compromised. Secure the area.
I did watch The Nun 2.
Taking effective fire.
Relocating. Stand by. Inside the perimeter.
Even though I don't remember The Nun 1 whatsoever.
Enemy down.
It's just kind of like, oh, this is the biggest budget mainstream horror movie of the year. I guess I have to watch it so I can remain a mainstream horror fan. And I don't just sit around and watch things like Skinamarink. But yeah, it wasn't very good. I mean, I don't know if I'd say Skinamarink is better than The Nun 2. But I don't know if I'd say Skinamarink is worse than The Nun 2.
Friendly Guardian online. Friendly UAV online. We've secured the field. Mission accomplished.
I mean, I think part of it is I really generally don't care for, like, exorcism movies and possession movies and things like that. Especially exorcism movies when you involve, like, the church, the Catholic Church, and priests and nuns and faith, the bulwark against evil, and it's just, yeah. If I want to watch a good movie involving, like, religion and faith, I'm gonna watch The Witch, because that's fantastic. Or Midnight Mass. I think my mom might describe those kind of movies as anti-religious. I don't know if that's really the case. She asked me if Midnight Mass was anti-religious. I said not really, but I mean, Mike Flanagan was raised religious and became an atheist, I believe, or agnostic, one of the two. So I don't think it's pro-religion. And I think I mean, it might be. It might be anti-religion. You know, the blindness of faith and so on and so forth. Whereas movies like The Nun 2, I don't think are anti-religious in any way. They seem kind of pro-religion. Like, oh, you know, demons exist and they're out there, and the only way to stop them is with a powerful nun who's really faithful. I don't know. Speaking of demonic possession and all that, though, I watched Paranormal Activity Next of Kin, which is the latest Paranormal Activity movie, released 2 years ago. I think this went straight to streaming, right? Yeah, it did. And I didn't watch it at the time because I didn't hear too good things about it. But finally I got around to it. I thought it was decent. I thought it was much better than the Ghost Dimension, which was so bad. I don't even remember how bad it was. Yeah, I mean, it was just not good at all. I think Next of Kin was even better than the one prior to that. The marked ones. Which was the Mexican one, right? Yeah, I really disliked the marked ones because I thought it made the first one worse. Like, it retconned the first movie. Or, like, tried to explain an aspect of the first movie that we were perfectly fine not being explained. And so it actively made the whole franchise worse. That's really the worst sin a sequel can do. So if I had to rank it, I guess it would be 1, 3, 2, 4, Next of Kin, Marked Ones, Ghost Dimension. Maybe Marked Ones is worse. I don't know. Because I remember that it ruined things. Whereas Ghost Dimension, I don't even remember. So maybe it's hard to say which is worse. But yeah, maybe Marked One's the worst. But yeah, Next of Kin, I think most people had a problem with it just because it wasn't really connected. Or it wasn't really a Paranormal Activity movie. It didn't follow the same format, and it like was kind of barely connected, but it's like it is. It's not connected to like you know, Katie and Christy and all that, and follows their shenanigans. But it follows the main character of Paranormal Activity, which is the demon, Toby. So I think that's, you know, that is what it is. But I think if I didn't even think of it as a Paranormal Activity movie when I was watching it. It was just kind of like a generic, if you had just called it Next of Kin and that was it. I think if you look at it that way, it's just kind of decent. Like, it's not super special. It's just kind of another found footage horror movie about hapless young people that get thrown into a really horrific scenario in like an Amish commune that they turn out to be like devil worshippers. They actually don't worship the demon, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But I thought it was decent. I thought it was decent. Did I watch anything else? I don't think so. Oh, I rewatched The Taking of Deborah Logan. Really, I mean, if you're into found footage at all, you should have seen that by now. It's really good. It's pretty scary. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, so that, I mean, I really haven't watched too many movies. We'll get to. I'm almost done with Monster Madness. We'll get to movies. Some other ones that are on my list on the docket. I rewatch Hell House LLC every year, of course. Easily one of the best found footage ever made. VHS 85 came out. I've heard good things, so I'm probably going to check that out. The Outwaters, which has been described as like Skinamarink, but even more confusing. So I gotta watch that. I plan on rewatching Apostle. This is kind of like Kill List, where I've watched it twice, but I haven't really paid attention to it. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes long, which is kind of insane for a horror movie. But I just kind of like aspects of it, even though I couldn't really tell you what happens at like the end or anything. So I'm gonna give it a third go. And then there's a Chinese found horror footage that came out last year called Incantation. Or it's Taiwanese. Sorry. The language is Chinese. So a Taiwanese horror. And it's gotten pretty solid reviews. You know, nowadays, like, I'll just go over to, like, the horror subreddit and just kind of see what movies people are talking about, what they mention. You know, especially during October, there's discussions every single day of, like, what people are watching, what they recommend, so on and so forth. So, yeah, that's what I am planning on getting to. All right, so more Sea of Stars, of course. The rest of my Archipelago run, and then Bramble the Mountain King, which probably will be some sort of stream, I think. We'll see. And then, of course, the rest of some more ABCs of Death over on the Exploring series. Yes, it's a good October. Good stuff. It's just night and day, man, of how much happier I am right now compared to like 2-3 weeks ago. Like, Jesus, I was not myself. It was horrible. Yeah. And my mom was like, why did you do all this if it wasn't for the money? And I'm like, I don't know. I figure people will just call me insane. And I kind of like that. And yeah, I've gotten many, many, many comments about how insane I am for doing this. So yeah, mission accomplished. Good stuff. All right. My name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg. I'll see you fine folks next week.